Being a late diagnosed autistic woman, I've always struggled with how conversations with NTs would just veer off tangentially. I often felt like I get sucked into some meaningless black hole. So, when you ask, did you write the report based on the guidelines I gave you? The answer would go like, there are additional questions that I added, and now I need another week. I look at the report and it's not at all according to the guidelines. And suddenly we are miles from what I asked. So there is one thing I noticed with all the different AI platforms. And these large language models do the same exact thing, neurotypical conversation patterns. And of course, they're trained on mountains of everyday holistic conversations, which means that they've absorbed neurotypical conversation habits and serving it back to all of us like it's the default setting. First, it is this intense preempting. Instead of answering directly, they pre-soothe just to validate your feelings, not better or worse. It's like every sentence comes with a fucking seatbelt. I ask a question and I first get a scratchy blanket and some loose, insipid tea. Exactly like holistic people, these models are really hunting for a hidden question behind my words. You know what the model calls it? Context. And in my mind, that is not context. Context to me is direct. I may ask what changed, and it hears, please infer my life story, my goals, and my deepest need for comfort. No, I meant the words I said. Have you tried follow-up questions? What becomes possible when it is lighter? To me, that is neutral curiosity. But to the LLM model, it's actually a nudge to expand, translate, and then narrate like a newbie who thinks he can outsmart by running their mouth. Apparently, the technical term is implicature. On the other hand, the practical effect is just a detour. So what becomes possible really means help me understand the functional difference packaged indirectly so no one looks bossy. And the goal half the time isn't information. It is something called relationship maintenance. Yeah, this is the first time I'm hearing about it because I asked the model, why the fuck would it do something so odd like NT people do? Because it is trained by NTs using NT patterns. The hedging, the softening, the bridging, so aggravating. The content kind of meanders sideways into territories I never asked for. For NT people who grew up fluent in that style, it feels just natural. For me and you, it's static and sometimes even traumatic. I like questions that land where they are thrown. I don't need a hidden second channel to say, oh, I'm listening. Just say you're listening, then just answer and that's it. I would really give anything for a literal low assumption language.